All right, guys, how to restart. Oh, wait, let me put the background. I completely forgot. Mr. Judge, hello, hello, hello. Like the live, let people up to the panel. Like I said Riley can take the next opposition. Then Johnny, then Jellyfish. Once we get to, I think, a 1K likes, I'll let people up to the panel. I updated the app, so we shouldn't have any problem. Well, there's no panel because no one sent an invite yet. That's why. You have to join. You have to send an invite first. Then the panel will show up. Mr. Judge himself. Hey, where did Jelly go? That's weird. I don't think Judge is loading in.
Just too famous for us.
Yeah. Apparently, I mean, literally, he is. He knows all the big names in Hollywood.
Like, the only flex I have is that my adoptive grandfather worked for the owner of Little Caesars, the Red Wings hockey team, and the Tigers MLB team, and then tried to set me up with their son, but it didn't
Oh
work.
no. Oh man.
Damn, that's pretty cool. I have to admit. Little
Yeah.
The crazy
Caesars.
part is I am just as famous as some of the people I run with. And when I was at Disneyland, I actually needed some security because I had people coming up and recognizing me. So it was a little awkward when they didn't recognize Josh standing right next to me. It was funny. He had shaved his. Actually, I gave you a
Hello.
picture. Protect. I sent a picture
Yeah,
of
you
Josh.
sent me. I was like, wait,
He
that's
didn't look.
you?
He doesn't look like him, right? Yeah, that's
No,
me.
it looks like no. He does look like him. Yeah, he does.
But he shaved his head, like without the hair, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's Joel.
Yeah, that's me. Now you know what I look like. Yeah, the thing is, when I was trying to load in to your live, it was sending me to Darth Dawkins live, which was totally weird.
That's weird.
I know, man. I'm like, what?
Look, I hear a lot of complaints about Darth Dawkins. I've been in his live a few times. Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
I
just. You want to know?
Well, I've never been on his live before.
Look, I like him in terms of him being a Christian, and he can prove his position on atheists being bad. But his biggest flaw, and this is his only flaw, is that he doesn't really want to let anybody talk if you don't answer his specific questions. So he only gives them like 2 or 3 times, and if they dodge, he kicks them and blocks them. So he doesn't even get into a conversation with like 99% of the people he brings up.
Oh, that could get boring.
Just go watch him. You'll get it pretty quick. It's like, whoa,
That's
this
like
guy. This is
RJ.
great. Yeah. Oh yeah, or RJ. Yeah.
If you know who
Q-Tip.
RJ is.
Q-Tip.
I don't.
Yeah, Q-Tip gets a little angry too, but
I
don't know.
love it when they crash out. It's hilarious.
He's a Democrat who goes live saying how much Trump is a bad president, and he debates other people. But if you don't answer his question, he'll keep asking, and he'll keep asking, and then if you don't answer it, he'll kick you.
Isn't that like most Democrat lives?
Yep.
To
That's
be
Yeah,
exactly
honest,
what it is.
I mean, to be
It's like
honest,
all of them.
I would get very irritated if I asked a question 18,000 times and still haven't got an answer. I'd be very irritated.
I would be too.
Yeah,
Well,
me too.
Darth is old, so he doesn't have any patience, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot of people have tried to talk to him. Like Tony will go up and Tony can actually debate on his panel, but that's probably the most times that you'll actually hear somebody debate somebody. Like he'll remain quiet and let Tony talk. You know?
There's this one lady that I debated on another panel. Protect, you might have been there. I have no idea.
Wasn't it Hayes panel?
Whose?
Hayes.
I don't even remember. It could have been Gage's, it could have been Kay's. I don't know. But I was up there and I got on her live once and wanted a one-on-one debater, and then she treated me like I was a child when I told her my age, and I was like, okay, I get it, I'm 18, I'm young, whatever. But then she was all like, can I ask what you study in college? I was like, political science. And she's all like, actually, because you don't know how to make a claim, let me teach you how to make a claim. Even though I had like literally made a step-by-step claim that fit her little rubric that she gave me. And I was like, girl, you just don't like my claim, and you don't like that I can provide evidence to my claim, so you're not going to sit and listen to me. And she was just so annoying. Like, it was just plain annoying.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just seeing if it helps alive, dude, because we've got very few people. I've noticed that Protect This, a particular account, doesn't seem to get a lot of action, man. I don't know what they're doing to your account, man, but lately it's been terrible.
I think of multiple reasons.
Just in case you guys don't know where I stand, because you guys probably haven't been on a panel with me, I'm pro-life.
Oh yeah, I know.
It
All
could
right.
be because you have a lot of friendlies that come up more than opposition, so it's not sending it out to the people who disagree with you. I don't know.
I'm just sitting here double tapping, hoping maybe it'll do something. I'm too broke to send you gifts, but
It's all right. Tap faster.
I'm working on it. My fingers are starting to hurt, man.
You want like 3,000 in like 2 seconds? Give me a second. Hold on.
Wait, Judge, do you know who RJ is?
Yeah, no, I've debated him, and he's the guy with like the Brillo pad haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone up on his thing, and then he kicks like almost instantly once he realizes he's got somebody that can debate him. So he gets really, really agitated when you don't follow his script, and it's very easy to get around it if you listen long enough. You can actually there's an in on his dialogue, and you just get in there and say, because he'll ask you like, why did you vote for Trump? And I'll go right into, well, I love that he put those Supreme Court judges on the panel that reversed Roe v. Wade. And then he'll get into the debate a little bit. And then once he knows that you're better at it, he'll get rid of you real quick.
That's how most liberals work anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not that smart when it comes to politics because I literally just got into politics after, Charlie Kirk was.
A lot of people did. That's not a bad
Unalive.
thing.
That's how I got into politics, because before I wasn't that big into politics, and to be honest, I didn't really like either president until now. I like Trump more, honestly.
Yeah, for me, politics has always been kind of a big thing. I come from a law enforcement family, so when the whole like defund the police thing went down, it was just no bueno. And my proudest moment in high school was that I was a part of the club that went to our school board in I'm in California, so the most liberal state on the planet.
Oh,
And
that sucks.
yeah, I know. I appreciate the sorrow because I need it.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
yeah, no, it's not good over here. But I went to the school board meeting with a speech with one of my best friends to get the mask mandate off because I was a freshman. And the next morning, we woke up to a message saying the mask mandate's been lifted, and we're the first school in California to lift their mask mandates.
Oh, nice.
Just a little heads up on that. So my uncle, who at the time was the chief of medicine at Johns Hopkins University, did a massive study on the masks and determined that if you wear one for more than an hour, and this is all of them, they looked at like 300 different mask types.
Oh, yeah.
If you wear it for more than an hour, apparently it increases like a 460 point bacterial count in terms of the types of bacteria, and 1% are actually immune to all antibacterial medication, which means they're a superbug. So
Yeah.
if you wear it for more than an hour, you're really in trouble.
Yeah, no, there's more harm. I feel like for teenagers, the most harm for most of us was our skin and acne, and
Yeah.
that was just not fun. Period. But like when you actually look in depth to what masks do to you, your immune system basically is completely gone. So when this whole COVID mandate thing is lifted, you're cooked. Like you're absolutely toast. And on top of that, you're being exposed to so many different things just from the masks because they don't only catch things that you're releasing out of your mouth, but they also catch things that are coming in. So it's going to hold. If a COVID virus gets caught in the mask, then it's going to enter your immune system.
Well, I mean, we found out very quickly that it enters in through your eyes.
Yep.
That it's aerosolized and lingers in the air for hours. So you really can't avoid it. I mean, that's why her immunity was actually the thing that saved us, not the vaccine. And everybody knows that.
Exactly.
Everybody knows. If you had simply just taken vitamin D and lowered your BMI by 30, you would have survived it.
Yeah, exactly. And so many
That's
people
what we found
did.
out.
Unfortunately, a lot of people lost their lives to it, but
Well,
when controversial.
We've got an obesity epidemic, so it was like kind of putting a thumb on an already broken scale,
Oh, exactly. And I still believe that thing was completely man-made. So
Oh, it was. In fact, it was invented by us, and I can't say too much about it because I know too much. But if I say too much about it,
you'll have to.
the people that run this platform will get mad. But let's just say that there's a reason why we already had the vaccine so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. It's
There's a reason why.
The thought that we
Goodness.
couldn't come up with a cure for cancer that fast is insane to me.
Well, can you imagine how beneficial this would have been, let's say, to like end all those endless wars, right? Because what did it do? It like knocked out your smell so you couldn't smell the mortar coming down the street down at you. It didn't
Yeah.
unalive the children, so if you got caught using a bioweapon, hey, at least it didn't kill the kids. We engineered it that way, right?
I had COVID in 2019, and I got it from going to an amusement park. And when I got it, I completely lost my sense of smell and taste. And I still have not regained those. However, I have regained a new sense of taste and smell that I can literally detect chemicals and things that are not real food in the food that we are given every day.
It happens. Yeah. No, that's actually a real thing.
Well,
Yes,
what happened
but
was
wait, I also wanted to propose something. So I learned something really interesting, that snake venom does the same exact thing.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Cancer.
there was, well, I have to say this, but it's a conspiracy theory for like TikTok. I don't want to get
It's for
anything-
entertainment purposes only.
Yes, entertainment purposes only. This is just me thinking. But I believe that it was mainly spread through the water system. I believe that's how they did it. I think that's how they impacted the majority of people.
Everyone.
And
Even
I,
the people who stayed home.
Well,
Yes, and-
it's very easy to assume that because we know that that some of the shedding was coming in your when you're relieving yourself, so it doesn't die, it doesn't go away. So yeah, you could probably say that some of it was that, but I mean, most of it was an aerosolized thing.
oh yeah, yeah,
Well,
no,
when
you're
you're
right.
taking a shower and it becomes steam, you're breathing in that steam.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, It had a 700% more contagious property than the flu. So 700% more, that's bad. I mean, the lingering in the air was what caused most of it, if I'm being honest, according to my uncle. It just lingered there for hours and hours, you know?
And that's masks. Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
mean,
all sorts of conspiracy theories saying that the main outbreaks were always where they were first putting out their 5G. Like in every single, the first time they did the 5G was in Wuhan. And then they were doing it in the cruise ships, and then all the cruise ships were having outbreaks. It was like there were all these outbreaks
yeah.
wherever there was a 5G release. It was
No,
very
that's not,
suspicious.
there's
But
no correlation
wait,
between that.
what
That's
about
something else.
Judge? You probably know about this, where they were using, like our inner monitoring devices for, TV. They were able to use. I
Yeah, I
don't,
know what you're talking
I don't
about.
know what, but you're able to see them moving around and
Yeah. Those are the Sony TVs had a flaw in it that allowed people to remote watch you through your camera on your
No, no,
TV.
no,
Oh
no,
heck
no,
no.
Are you
no,
talking
A
about that?
no,
No?
flaw.
no. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking
I'm
about, I know,
talking
right,
about
right.
We
no,
made
no.
this
I'm
mistake
talking
in
about
Yeah,
summer.
I'm
right.
talking about the Wi-Fi router that we have. There's like tons of videos on YouTube. The Wi-Fi router, I don't know how Wi-Fi works. I'm not tech savvy,
I
but they
do.
were able to, no camera, no nothing. They were able to somehow detect thermal energy, and they could do an outline of you, sitting in your living room drinking a cup of coffee, and they
Oh,
could
And
I
see
know
see
what
through
you.
your clothes.
yeah. Yes.
Yes.
There is actually a technique that I can't get into it too much here, but yes, where they can actually use Wi-Fi to understand what's going on in your spatial area
Absolutely.
using the
Yeah.
waves. You're right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they obviously do the same thing with phones and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that
absolutely.
And
too.
now that they have all of those things positioned on every corner, those blue lights and stuff, whatever they got up there, now they have a full grid of everything, and they're scanning everything to know what everyone's doing in their houses.
That's why
Yeah.
mine's in my closet.
I don't know how many of you guys own an Apple phone, but I've heard a lot of people from friends on Facebook
You can download that app.
about how there is a new iOS update.
Yep.
And specifically, if you have Messenger and you're talking with somebody, it doesn't matter if it's your spouse or you're over the age of 18. But if you do something that they deem as sexually explicit while you're on a video call, then they can completely, turn that system off, ask you if you're comfortable with this, or things like that. My question is how in the world are they able to see you?
I don't want to
Because they
know.
could, in
Yeah.
your
Are they
home,
looking into our camera and
No,
watching
no, no, no,
women
no.
show their breast, or what
Probably.
are they doing?
Well, when it comes to the stuff that you were talking about before, it's dead spaces. So the signal bounces around, and there's a signal strength. Well, we can reverse engineer where those dead spaces are, and you're considered a dead space. So we can actually track you based off of you being a dead space in the way that the signals spread out in your room.
Yeah, but how do you know? There was
Because it's moving.
there
Because
was
it's moving and it looks the shape of a person.
So even if I'm wrapped
no,
in like a
yes.
heat blanket, like if I'm
you
fully
would
covered
still
in
be
a heat
dead
blanket,
space. Yeah, you're still considered. In fact, it would make it more of a dead space.
it would
if
be
you were
more
covered.
obvious.
what
Yeah,
I
more.
what I
You'd
don't
make yourself more
understand,
obvious
what I
until
don't
you can figure out how to make it so that Wi-Fi passes through you. They can know exactly where you are in your house. Yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that it's on your phone. It's not your Wi-Fi. It's only for apps like Facebook Messenger and Instagram Messenger.
Well, they have
Um,
that app now that you can see through someone else's camera.
Yes, I know that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actual people from Apple or something. Are they all monitoring devices and camera
Yes.
usage?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, if a minor were to get on there and
Yeah.
expose their breasts and
I
they
was gonna
see
say,
this,
isn't that child?
would they not be complicit in child
Well,
pornography?
yes, and
pornography?
here's the problem that we face, and this is a major problem, which is that if you agree to TikTok services or Facebook services or any one of the social media services as an adult, you are agreeing to them knowing exactly what you're saying at all times and your location. You literally have given it away. And that, unfortunately, in the hands of a child, well, that's not going to stop a child from sitting right next to you talking and the device picking it up, right?
Yes, those long consent forms, just like pages long. You give away your
Well,
consent for them to do this, basically.
I still think it's quite disgusting that even though they have these lists of term and services that you have to consent to, they can literally be tracking P3DOs and gigantic schmecks
Oh
through
yeah.
Instagram.
They don't.
And they're just sitting there being like, well, little Allison over here is showing her tata, so we got to give her a little warning on her account or shut down her calling system or whatever it is instead of,
Well,
Actually doing
I
it.
actually have an example of this. Okay, so my account on Facebook, which is blue checked, thank God it was blue checked, otherwise I wouldn't have won. But they actually shut down my exposure because I posted scripture, right? So get this, I was telling them that I didn't violate anything, and they kept my account muted for a year, until I finally got blue checked. And I was able to contact the service people. And then that's when they told me, yeah, well, this is totally wrong. We shouldn't be doing this. But they focus it primarily on conservatives, right? So if you're conservative, they're tracking you. But here's the best part. So I said, why don't you guys, if I broke your community standards, why don't you do what Instagram does? It's the same company. If I say something that's against the community standards, it will warn me and say, hey, don't post this because it goes against community standards. So they can in real time recognize that you're breaking their standards, but they don't do it on Facebook. They want you to get caught. They want to use that mechanism to silence a particular group of people. Because they could use their AI to recognize the sentence you're writing before you post it, but they don't do it. Why? Because it's a mechanism to control the populace.
It's just one group that they're really targeting. If you pay attention to it, you can go on there and say anything about transitioning surgeries and give explicit details about it, and you're not at all flagged because they're considering awareness.
Well, yeah, but Riley, unless you're Parker, and then I was able to take his account down. Both
Like
of
I'm
his
saying,
accounts.
you deserve a plaque, man.
Wait a minute,
It shocked me because I'm like, what? Community standard actually worked with an op.
It's
was
never
amazing.
worked for me.
Wait a minute. If Parker's accounts are shut down, then maybe his fanboys will come over here, so we can actually get some conversations in.
Well, they tried to take my account down because I ousted myself and I said I'm the one that took down your main, and then I got like mass reported, but not before I was able to report the smaller account he was on, and that one got violated and taken down.
You
But
need to
then I
do.
got
You
all
need to
these
get
violations,
DNS.
and I appealed them all,
Yeah,
and
I was-
my account's back up, and he didn't come back.
You need to
I was
get
going to say
DNS.
that. Yeah, you need to get Dean. Yeah,
He
Dean is
makes
the
me
least
so
of
mad.
them. Yeah.
Dean
makes me
doesn't
so
do the
mad.
same thing. Unfortunately, if he used the full P3DO word to describe Trump, or that he's all these horrible things that he was saying, if he used the full word, I can get Dean too, but he doesn't. He's smart enough to use the
Yeah,
TikTok.
Dean is-
Oh, but
Why are you
I've seen him hit a device. However, when he's on his lives, so that could
The pen.
the
His
anxiety
pen?
Oh.
pen.
That's
It's
what he
not-
calls
it's-
it, and good luck proving him wrong, right? That's how he gets around that, right? It doesn't work. The anxiety
Why does
pen
he need the anxiety pen? Oh, because he doesn't want people to hear him.
He's Dean's a bobblehead, man.
She's glazing him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why does it
gonna
look
have to-
like Spicy's muted,
Like
but I
electric-
hear her?
I know, right?
I'm
seen
gonna have
that
to
too.
restart
You seen that too?
again. I have to restart again because we're not getting any traction.
Yeah, I keep
I'm gonna have to restart again because we're not getting
don't
any
know.
traction. But
Also, I'm not going to be able to stay on for the next op, so pass it down to
Yeah, Jelly can get all the ops. So Jelly, you can say your point, and then we have to end restart.
yes, do it for my honor, Jelly.
And don't let anyone run
Yeah, I'm
away.
gonna go hang out with the wife. Thanks,
Oh,
Protect Man.
no, I was just trying.
Anxiety pen. What you gonna say?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's such things as anxiety pens. They actually exist. I think in his
It
case,
didn't work.
actually, I don't know. He could be
Well, here's the
using
thing.
a pen.
Here's the
Actually,
thing.
be using a.
He needs a
I
bigger
have
pen.
no idea. But
There's
he's
ads
funny.
for
Like he's literally
there's
crashed
ads
out
for
over it.
anxiety pens all over TikTok, and they show the entire thing. So if he's consistently hiding it, it kind of shows me that that's not what he's actually using.
And the fact that he gets so defensive that he has a little conniption fit.
You ever see
Well-
his, like, when he gets really mad, his like head starts bobbing around, like it, he
Yeah,
starts-
It's hilarious.
He can't control his head. It's funny.
Like I have an anxiety cigarette every now and then.
I get
guys,
anxiety
I'm-
watching his
I'm
head
gonna-
bobble around when he gets really agitated.
All right, guys, I'm gonna restart so we get some ops. So y'all
All right,
better.
good luck.
Let's go hang out
I'll
with the wife.
watch.
Good night, guys.
All
I'll
right.
watch, but good night.